You knew this day was coming, folks. Donald Trump has now openly praised a murderer, and if you hear a gagging sound as I say that, it's because every living former Secretary of State probably sprinted to the nearest bathroom. It's embarrassing, painfully embarrassing. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. As Trump continues trying to act like everything is normal, he's desperately distracting from the upcoming House vote on the Epstein files. For more on that, check out our other videos on the channel. Today, however, Trump welcomed Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to the Oval Office. At first glance, that may not seem outrageous, but think again. This is the Crown Prince's first visit to the White House in 7 years, and despite not being a head of state, Trump rolled out every bit of pomp and ceremony usually reserved for one. A bilateral meeting in the Oval Office, a black-tie dinner with some of America's most powerful executives. All the trappings of a state visit. At the top of Trump's agenda is the Abraham Accords. He wants Saudi Arabia to join the agreements that normalize relations with Israel, something that would be a major boost to his signature regional policy. But Saudi Arabia has already said that Palestinian statehood is a precondition, and the ceasefire plan Trump brokered doesn't guarantee that. Another major topic is money. Before Trump's first state visit during his second term, Riyadh promised to invest $600 billion in the U.S., with large portions earmarked for American-made weapons and fighter jets. Trump and the Crown Prince are also expected to sign a defense cooperation agreement, though any formal treaty would still need congressional approval. What's unlikely to come up is Saudi Arabia's human rights record and the 2018 murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, a killing that caused a major rupture in U.S.-Saudi relations. A CIA assessment later found that Mohammed bin Salman likely ordered the assassination, though he continues to deny it. Critics say the Trump administration has repeatedly ignored human rights issues in exchange for money and trade benefits. And if that already sounds gross, buckle up, it gets worse. Let's break this down clearly. Mohammed bin Salman is widely accused of coordinating or at minimum condoning the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. He isn't yet the official head of state, but he's positioned to take full control of Saudi Arabia. And Donald Trump loves him. And to be clear, Trump is delusional if he thinks the Saudis will join the Abraham Accords anytime soon. They will not move forward without full Palestinian statehood. Bin Salman offered to normalize relations with Israel as far back as 2023, but always with the condition of a two-state solution. Joe Biden actually pushed Israel on that point, personally lobbying Benjamin Netanyahu to consider the offer. But Netanyahu is a war criminal, so that's its own disaster. Regardless, Trump sees an opportunity to tighten ties between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. And this morning in the Oval Office, he had nothing but praise for bin Salman. Trump didn't just downplay the Khashoggi murder. He denied the Crown Prince's involvement entirely. The two traded compliments about decades of partnership, economic growth, and world peace, as bin Salman promised to increase Saudi investments in the U.S. from $600 billion to nearly $1 trillion. Trump ate it up immediately, calling the prince's leadership incredible in terms of human rights and everything else, praising King Salman as amazing, and boasting about wiping out Iran's nuclear capacity, something that simply didn't happen. If you feel greasy after watching Trump whitewash Mohammed bin Salman, you're not alone. Trump's affection for him has nothing to do with diplomacy. It's about the money Saudis promised to pour into the U.S., and the real estate deals bin Salman is dangling in front of Trump in Saudi Arabia. And none of that touches the Crown Prince's long-term ambitions. He genuinely does want to westernize Saudi Arabia, shift power away from radical Islamic clerics, and modernize the country into something resembling Dubai or Abu Dhabi. He wants peace with Israel and to end the region's long-standing conflicts. Those goals are real, but when a leader is willing to murder political critics, how far can any of this progress really go? Rather than press bin Salman on these critical issues, Trump spent the entire visit fawning over him, celebrating investment numbers, and reminiscing about their friendship. It's dreadful political theater and a profoundly missed opportunity. This meeting could have forced real concessions from Saudi Arabia, pressure against Iran's dictatorship, a more diplomatic Israeli stance, and a serious path toward Middle East stability. Instead, we got a public love fest. So, if you need me, I'll be joining every living Secretary of State in the bathroom. This is Occupy Democrats.